Hi guys. Good morning everyone.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Love Talk Radio.
Hi guys, this is Psychic Tracy Brown coming to you today, November 12th. Happy Veterans Day to everyone. Usually I tweet out something, but I didn't tweet out anything yesterday for Veterans Day. My dad was a Korean veteran who has since passed away, who I got the ownership of his flag when he passed away, and he had like the whole military thing. But he was very lucky. He was in a Korean War, but he had rare blood. And back in the day, I don't know how it is now, but back in the day, if a certain type of blood, you needed somebody in your same combat with the same type of blood. And when he went to enlist and get on the bus, they didn't have anybody with the same type of blood as he. So they told him to go home, come back in 3 weeks. I guess they were looking, and he wound up in Panama. He wound up in Panama, and by the grace of God, he wound up in Panama because a lot of people died during the Korean War. And by the grace of God, this was pre-children, and we're all here. So we never know God's goodwill. He wound up being a quartermaster in Panama. It was like a vacation. So praise to God for allowing my dad to have this odd, rare blood, and it worked out for, right? Praise God, right? Blessings, yeah. And he and my mom lived in Panama like the whole time he was in service, so yeah, God is good. I wouldn't have come home myself. I wound up in Panama, I would have stayed. But my dad wanted to be a baseball player, which is the reason why I love baseball. I don't know if you guys know this. Hi, MM6MC. My dad was in the minor leagues for the Giants and traveled on a train cross country for baseball. And I remember him telling us stories about black-only faucets, bathrooms, blah, blah, blah. Certain part of the train, you know, blacks had to be in a certain compartment of the train, you know, so he was at the forefront of that experience, even though he was a native New Yorker, and New Yorkers didn't have the same experience as the South, but because he traveled. And the other thing is, if you're in sports and you're black, they tend not to bother you. So my dad was really, I think he was really smart. I think he was. At some point, because he traveled on a train, he broke his leg, and that ruined his baseball hopes and baseball career. Again, you know, God has his reasons for everything, but it did ruin his career. And because he was on a train, he wound up being a conductor for the train. So, interesting enough, you know, years later, he had a whole nother pension under railroad retirement. So ultimately, he wound up back in New York City. Him and my mom wound up back in New York City, where they had, my sister was already born. She was almost born in Panama, but the rest of us was born. And he wound up being an executive for mass transit. So, technically, we had a pretty decent life, technically. Until they got a divorce, and then then it was hell, but why am I telling you guys all of this? What part of New York City? We were all born in Manhattan, all of us. And then I think I was around 5 when my dad bought a house in the Throgs Neck section of the Bronx. I don't know if you guys know New York City at all. Hi, can I live? And we stayed there for years until my parents became separated and really broke. And my mom was forced to move to Harlem. But interesting enough, had it not been for my parents' divorce. I'm from Brooklyn, born and raised. Lucky girl. I can kind of claim a little bit of every state, but when you're from one place, like you know that place like the back of your hand. We wound up in Harlem, and without Harlem, I would not have met my husband or have a child that I have with my husband, because my parents' divorce had meaning for me. There's always good that can come out of everything, people. I always tell everyone that. Horrible, horrible. It wasn't a divorce, actually. They were separated. They never got divorced. And I'm telling you this because I was trying to say Happy Veterans Day. In any case, I live now upstate. Oh, if you live upstate, oh, guys, if you guys don't know anything about New York City, upstate is gorgeous. Gorgeous. My mentally challenged sister came from Saugerties. It is gorgeous up there. Rant on, Tracy. Rant. I know. So just so you guys know, call me for your own personal reading, 818-985-2010. You will always be able to catch me 12 noon on Saturdays, Block Talk Radio, Periscope combined, and myself. This is a threesome, people. That is probably the only consistent time you will always catch me live. Really, Upper Michigan is gorgeous, huh? Upstate New York reminds you of Upper Michigan. I can imagine that. But for anyone else, your readings make my day. Ah, thank you. F Falcon, thank you. I just want to remind everyone, I want to be fair to everyone. These readings are live. So, and sometimes in these readings, some things come out that it's like, oh, that sometimes you'd rather just have in a private session. So, choose wisely. We are going to pick a number today. Do not give me numbers, Periscope. Do not give me numbers. But we're going to choose 70s. But don't give me numbers. I'm going to do a radio first. Oh, by the way, before I do the radio. So, I was trying to get all the psychics here to do horoscopes. And just so you know, psychics are inside their head. And psychics are also very competitive. And psychics get mad at each other a lot because we're all inside our heads. And for some reason, we all seem to think that we're better than the other person when we're all good. We're all right. We're all wonderful people. There actually is no competition ever. Ever. At least for me, I don't have time for competition. But the psychic world is a weird world. And so, you know, sucks to be you when you're calling a psychic and you're not really sure, like, how inside their ego some of these psychics can be. Okay? So, I've had a hard time convincing, you know, my co-workers that doing these horoscopes help you all. People want them. People need them. Because they're inside their heads. They're always like, I was so busy. Like, we're all busy. I just don't know. Please, God, we're all in the same boat. We're all busy. And yet, I can't go to a Walmart and have that, you know, clerk tell me how busy she is or how, you know, I couldn't sleep last night. No. If you came to work, do your job. You know, I can't tell the receptionist at a law firm, you know, like she picks up the phone. She goes, well, I would have picked up the phone, but I was just so busy filing. No, multitask, people. Psychics don't have that same discipline. And so trying to get all the psychics, they all get a horoscope for whatever reason. They all have their own reasons why it cannot get done. And what I've decided was that I'm the only one that cares about the astrology. So what am I doing? I care. I care that you guys move in a healthy environment. I care that if I give you the horoscopes that it could help you. You have to be patient with me because it may not help everyone and it is new to me, but I've decided, and I'm really like, once it comes out of my mouth, I'm going to do it. I'll just do all the horoscopes by myself. I know Jason will always take one from me, and I will love Jason for that. But beyond Jason, I'm going to do 11 horoscopes. Period. So I'll try and get them out, today, guys. Over the weekend, by Monday. Give me till Monday. And then after that, I'll work out a discipline so that it could be done the first week of the month. I care. I care about you guys. I care about, how you all manifest some healthy decisions in your life. All right? So I'm just going to do them all because I care. Screw everybody. I'm going to do it. So I was thinking how I should do it. I was wondering if I should switch it. I have 2 channels, guys, and I was wondering if I should switch all the horoscopes over to my Type P channel. I'll figure it out. Maybe it doesn't matter. I can always list them for the month. I'll figure it out. I'm inside my head right now. I'll figure it out. But I'm just going to do it. I'm going to dedicate the time that's necessary to do what I want to do best, which is care and nurture. All right? First up, 704, are you on the line?
Yes.
Hi. Try not to give your name because I am blasting this on Periscope. So it's okay if you give me a fake name.
This is Mimi.
Hi, Mimi. How are you?
I'm good.
So, Mimi, do you have a question?
I just would like to know if you see love coming into my life.
Can I tell you what you just did so I can help you? You seem impatient. You seem impatient. Like you want love right now. Right now. Tracy, tell me right now. Okay. Let me offer up. Patience is going to be your best friend. Patience is going to be your best friend. Finding a penis is easy. All right? Finding a man that will show you love via that pointer stick of his, this stick right here, that's easy. Men give their stick, right? Men give their stick in a form of love. We lay down because we're receiving it as love. It's not the same communication. And if you're impatient, you're going to lay down very, very fast. You're going to fall in love very, very fast. And when the guy is done, whatever that means, guys, when the guy is done, he always walks away thinking, well, that was good. But love is not, you know what I mean? Like, he's not done and he's saying, God, I just want to lay here some more with this woman. He's like, oh, that was good. I'm out. I'm satisfied. And so when we're impatient, which is the feeling that I got just now, we are sitting there with the sheets over our head going, oh, okay, goodbye. Call me. We don't want that. The best thing that you can offer is a little bit of a make-believe chastity belt. You know what I mean? Be a little patient. You know, hey guys, by the way, this isn't you because I'm talking to Periscope at the same time. That 3-date rule and then sex, throw it out the door. That is not the way to do it. Trust me. By the way, guys, women, guys right now are looking for love. So those that are free with their bodies, they won't choose you. They're looking for love finally. So wake up because they're looking for good women. By the way, I'm going to post this on Twitter. I never said one bad word about the president-elect's wife. Never. I know that, I'm pulling your cards, by the way. I know that many of my clients have had alternate careers for survival's sake. Many of my clients have chosen, wealth for security. I never said a bad word about the president-elect's wife. I respect the reasons that got her with this man. I have empathy for it. And I know that she is scared out her wits that this lifestyle is now going to be hers. But the former lifestyle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, the former lifestyle that got her with the president-elect, many of my clients, many have done that, are in that, are surviving, are looking for, just sometimes just to eat. So I'm proud of myself. I never called her out. Because I am a female's friend. And I can't talk bad about someone. And as Christian as I am, guys, I can't talk bad about someone and think that's going to be okay. So all of my people out there, I really don't care. I would say lay off Melania. She's got a hard job. She had a hard job getting there. The things that, probably, to get there, it's all hard. It's hard. It's hard being a woman. All right, I'm done. You're so good. Thank you. Listen, I don't want to compare apples and oranges. I'm not talking about Michelle. I know what they did with Michelle. I know what they did with Obama. I get it. The classiest president and first lady ever. And whatever they said about Michelle, she rose above it. Melania, on the other hand, has pictures. And there's bigger opportunity for women to attack her. I'm saying as a female, and because I have clients very, very similar to her, I won't do it. So I would encourage my people that watch to let it go. Let it go. Let's be strong for women's sake. All right. Mimi, you said you're looking for love, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So, let go. Let go your restrictions. Let go of your fear. There's some unhealthy attachment to something that has something to do with love. It could be past, too. Let go. Whatever it is, it's still wound up tight inside of your body. Let go. I'm also getting some vagina issues. Let go. Do you understand? Like, I'm not asking you to agree. I'm not asking your opinion. And because vagina issues could be huge. I'm just saying, let all of it go, relax, so that moving forward, I promise you love is going to come in, love is ready to come in. But the choice is going to be yours. So this isn't a magic wand. This isn't, it's not like, it's not a magic wand. It is going to be up to you to look up and let go. Let go of the attachments that's bound you. How old are you?
29.
You're young. That's the best gift. Youth is the best gift, people. Youth is your best friend. What's your sign?
Gemini.
Gemini. Okay, talk a little faster because we need to work with you here. Geminis can be tightly wound. You hear me, Mimi?
Yes, I hear.
Geminis can be tightly wound in relationships. Not the men, but the women. They have ideals inside of their head, and they have this one direction. I want you to be a little bit more flexible, and there's something or someone in the past that has got you a little bit crippled up. You know you should let it go, but somehow or another, there's an impression or a tattoo or an impression that's being left behind with you. So the Geminis hold on, and they hold on tight. All right, but I can only tell you what Spirit is saying. Spirit is saying let it go, because eternal love is coming through. happiness, harmony, fulfillment, freedom. But on two sides of the coin, let me show everyone. And you can look back on the Periscope, by the way. On two sides of the coin, I get letting go, restriction, fear. I get eternal love. And then in front of it, I get breaking free from negative attachment. So love is going to come. In order for it to come, you've got to let something go. I feel like it's more energy than anything. And yet when love comes, there's a memory that is going to be infused regardless. And so you're going to have to learn to work continuously to break free from a negative attachment. Or love could come and then somebody from the past could come in and then all of a sudden you're confused.
Okay.
The new year's going to be better for you. Get out of your air. Get out of your mental component. Get out. Get out of your head. Right? You're making yourself crazy. You're making yourself crazy. You know, I think that so many of us are so wanting love so bad that we're making ourselves crazy. I would prefer if everyone figured out that the best love they can give is love to themselves. Because when you give love to yourself, man, guys just show up. When you figure out I'm good, and man, they will show up. I am getting some issues here. Really bad issues. Did you have a breakup that you're having some trouble getting over? Like a really bad one?
Yeah.
Oh, honey. I get the Four of Pentacles, which is some stubborn issues. I get the Tower, which tells me it might have ripped you apart. I'm getting the Four of Swords, which tells me he might have made you crazy or something to that effect. Or, oh boy, yeah, you have some cards here. Oh, Jesus Christ. I get the potential for some justice, legal jail even, you know, fighting. Oh boy.
Yeah, he went to jail.
He went to jail? What?
When I put him in jail.
You had to put him in jail? Wait. Hold up. What happened?
It was a domestic violence. I was in an abusive relationship.
Oh my God. Just need to breathe a minute. This is the card of Mimi being stuck, all right? Wanting to have a better comfort inside her home, but she's outside of her home. This is the Tower, which told me that it was a bad situation. This is mental illness in terms of the abuse, by the way. But this was my jail card. And the Ten of Swords, he really, really got the best of you. I already know that, Mimi. All right? I see where you wanted to fight back, but it's a child's card that shows up, not a real fighting card. I get other fighting cards, but this one is like you threw a balloon at him as he, you know, was more physical with you. My heart breaks for you. Domestic violence, the worst. It's the worst. My heart breaks for you. I'm glad that you found the strength to put him in jail, Mimi. All right? Now, that...
I'm sorry.
No, it's been what?
It's been 3 years now since I've been out of that relationship.
Okay, but the effects are still there, you know? Right from the beginning, I could tell that you still have this residuals with this guy.
Well, I have to deal with, I have a child with him, so I have to deal with it.
Okay, that makes sense too. Have you not dated in 3 years? Or has he never not seen you date in 3 years?
Correct. He hasn't seen any man in my life.
Okay. The first order is to fix this. All right? You never let a man think that he's gotten the best of you by not dating. Do you understand? A domestic violent man has infused in you that you're never going to be good without him, blah, 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 blah. And what they try to make sure happens is that you never date again. Which means the first thing you need to do is date. You need to get back out there. You need to see what a kind man could look like for you. You really, really need to do that. All right?
I have been talking to a guy. I have been talking to him. I wouldn't say like.
Hold on a second. Before you tell me about this, before you tell me about this guy, I just want to tell you that real love is coming to you. Not mediocre love, real love. And if this guy is no longer in jail, when real love comes to you, and he sees that somebody else could be there for you, the violence could come back. Not love. It's not like he's coming back because he wants you to choose him because he always loved you. The violence is going to come back. Guys, feel free to block anybody so that person block him. Just touch and then something will show up and it'll say block user. Thank you, guys. Oh my God, now I'm loving the reason for doing Periscope. One of the Periscope members, Mina I might be pronouncing it wrong because I pronounce everybody's name wrong. She is suggesting self-defense classes. Okay?
I'm doing more than self-defense. I'm actually becoming a police officer.
She's becoming a police officer. I got some advice for you with that whole police officer thing. All right? Remember, your gun is always going to be accessible to you. Make sure that you work it out. Make sure that gun is never used on him.
Oh, okay. No. Like I said, I'm cordial towards it because of my son. Regardless of what my son has to deal with him, he's from the island, so he has that in him.
Mm-hmm.
I learned a lot about his ways.
Mm-hmm.
And, we don't live near each other, nothing like that. So I try to keep my distance. We don't talk other than outside and all of that.
That's right. Protect your career at all costs. Your career matters. Okay?
Yes.
So, do you have a specific question in terms of, you said something about your son, or do you have a specific question about the guy that you just met?
Yeah. Do you think
90 seconds.
for a long time, period of time?
Do I what?
See, feel that I was talking to him for a long time.
What's his sign? Aries? I don't want to know his name. What's his sign?
Oh, he's a
Taurus. And you're a
60 seconds.
Gemini. For everyone that's listening, because the Blog Talk is about to end, but you stay on the phone, Mimi. Please call me for your own personal reading, 818-985-2010, 818-985-2010. I know this is awkward for Blog Talk Radio, but it is what it is. It's a free reading, and the format has changed a little bit. I apologize, but I'm still here for you, so just call me. Will you and this Taurus work out? Maybe. 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 Give him a
10 seconds.
give him a little bit more time. What you want is a knight in shining armor to come through and save the day for you. And he's totally capable of doing that. But maybe. Okay? He's a potential family man. He's, you know, he might be trying to educate himself, you know, or learn something new. There are some delays here. Okay? He also has a previous relationship that may be compromising him as well. All right? It's not necessarily love that is showing up. It's time that's going to be your best friend with this guy. Give yourself some time. You remember you're Gemini, so Gemini likes to look at the end of the line in Cinderella story. Taurus can give you that Cinderella story, but in his case, time is going to be your best friend. So if you're not necessarily committed, if you guys haven't made a decision to commit to each other, I would say don't put so much emphasis on it. It's just not going to be worth your value, because it could take him, you know, anywhere between like another year to make that decision where the both of you are going to be on the same page, wanting the same things out of life.
Okay.
All right. How long ago did you meet him?
Yeah.
How long ago did you meet him?
It's been a year now.
Oh, it's been a year. But have you guys moved forward any? You get it.
We stopped talking for a little bit.
You stopped talking for a little bit.
Started back up.
Okay, see, now that makes so much more sense to me. Again, the difference between Mars and Venus, when you guys start back up with a man, it starts from day one. With a woman, we add it all together and we go, oh, I've known him for 10 years. It's like, no. If there was a break, with men, day one begins at the new beginning. Right?
Yeah.
So you have to say, realistically, in your mind, I don't really care what you tell people, but in your mind, you have to say, we've been together a month now. We've been together 3 months now. It makes a big difference. I promise you.
Okay.
There's somebody in his hopes and fears, though. That, there even could be children involved. There's something there that is crippling him from moving forward. All right? And realistically, I'm not confident that he really is on the same page as you. Realistically, I want to offer up, you still need to kind of date, unless he says to you, you're my everything.
Right. Okay.
All right? Now, come on. You're going to be a cop soon. There's going to be a lot of good-looking cops on the force. You don't have to just stick to this one guy. There's going to be a lot of good-looking men. A lot of good men. A lot of good men, too. So, open up just a little bit and allow yourself to let a really good man that, wants to choose you come in.
Okay.
All right, Mimi. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Again, Blog Talk Radio, thank you for choosing me. I need a piece of paper. Oh, I'll just do the back of this. So for everyone else, I don't want to mess that up. For everyone else on Periscope, Let's get this party started. We're going to do... Wait, don't you dare give me numbers. Nobody give me numbers yet. I got to write it down. I'll put on my business card. All right. Hide the table. 70 through 79. Intuitive Waters! Intuitive Waters got numbers. Intuitive Waters got number 74. All right? And this is my business card, people. Are you not surprised it would have a cross on it? Of course it would. 818-985-2010. 818-985-2010. Somebody's going to call in. Just put them upstairs. It's a free reading. That's fine. Keep forgetting to tell them ahead of time. I am not professional. 818, thank you, Colleen. 818-985-2010. Oh, my God. I'm a sec. In a sec, I'm going to do something. All right. I'm going to comb my hair while you guys figure this stuff out. Hi, guys. Congrats, Intuitive Waters. Your name makes sense. Isn't it a pretty name? Any question, guys, while we're waiting for Intuitive Waters to call? Any random questions? Congrats, congrats. They're all saying congrats, Intuitive Waters. Self-love tips. I don't know if I can do self-love tips on the spot. Give advice. Do buy bundles, Tracy. What's that, bundles? No, nothing about China and Rob. I think they have the cutest little baby. She's so cute. Hey, does anybody remember if I said she was going to have a girl or a boy? Does anybody remember? What are hair bundles? What is that? Do I buy bundles? What are hair bundles? Guys, do you buy hair bundles? I don't know what that is. Hello? Thank you. Leave. Oh. But why would I buy hair bundles? My hairdresser does all this stuff. Intuitive Waters! Hey! How are you? Thank you. This is so cool. I'm going to put you on speakerphone, okay? So, Intuitive, before we get started, I want to remind everyone, which I forgot to wear my safety pin today, because of the president-elect and his strong rhetoric on racism and hatred and misogyny and sexist comments. There's this new movement out where if you wear a pin, you're a safe person. Because I know for myself, I'm looking at people and I'm like, did you vote for Trump? Did you vote for Trump? Who voted for Trump? Like, you can't trust anybody. So the safety pin will let you know, doesn't matter who I voted for, whether it's for Trump or for Hillary, the safety pin is symbolic of I'm safe. I'm a safe person to have a dialogue with. I don't have racism inside of me. I'm safe. So, there's a new movement about safety pins. I want everybody to start wearing a safety pin. Intuitive Waters, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can, yes.
How are you?
I'm good,
Good. So tell me, what is going on? What do you need to know?
Well, I'm just going to ask the questions I never ever ask when I get readings from you.
Okay.
So, I'm going to ask about love, so what do you think of me is love?
Oh my God, you're right. You never ask about love.
No, it's always about, career, because I am going to
Hi, Jennifer.
so I'm going to ask about that, but I'm going to go through love and sex, but I never asked about it.
Yeah, interesting. Concerning the pin, someone just stated that someone unsafe is going to catch on and wear a pin. It's possible, but we still have to do something to show that I'm a safe person to have a dialogue with. You know, when someone unsafe says something, they'll make it known, like, quickly. So you just walk away. You'll figure it out. So, give me the question one more time, Intuitive Waters.
What do you see a relationship for me? The man?
That's right. Oh, by the way, guys, you have to specify when you're asking about relationships. You have to say man, you have to say woman, because I know of a very famous scenario in the psychic world where this woman put out her list of everything that she wanted and wrote it down and prayed over it. She got what she wanted, but she forgot to mention male. And she wound up with she wound up being a lesbian. Happy? Yeah. Oh, yeah. You have to be specific, because the angels and the guys, Intuitive Waters, kind of remind me of It's a Wonderful Life.
Mm-hmm.
They're not always the brightest, the angels and guides out there. Trust me. They have, you know how we are as humans, where we have all these different degrees of humans. Same thing with the angels and guides. And so one of the angels and guides were like, oh, I know exactly. She didn't mention male or female. If she didn't mention male or female, it would have been different. It might have taken longer, but that's not the point. The point is she didn't mention it. So she wound up with the woman and became a lesbian, and it worked out for a while. I don't think they're together now, but it did work out for a while. Be specific, people, but not so specific. You know, like you can't say his toes need to look a certain way. Be gender specific. You do want to mention things like, can I please have a good man, a responsible man, a caring man, a kind man, you know, a man that listens. And by the way, if you put out a list like that, you should be able to produce the same things. No selfishness. I want. You need to also say, because I am a kind person, a generous person, a caring person. So I want that reflected back. At the end of the day, when I wrap my legs around someone on my sofa, he needs to be compatible to me. I don't need to have a man that's like disgusting and raunchy and, you know, blah, 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 blah in my home. It doesn't work for me. At the end of the day, my home matters. I love preach. I love when the comments come up, Intuitive Waters. I'm inside my head. I start talking. When I look up again, they are just, preach, sister, preach. All right, Intuitive Waters. God, where's her man at? Where's her man? So, Intuitive Waters, I want you to work on that list, okay?
Okay.
And I want you to be conscientious. I don't want you to get off the phone and write that list right now. God, this is what I want. Remember the impatient? No impatient. Take a week. Take 2 weeks. Let the paper sit in front of you as you're watching TV. And when you're watching TV and you see something that bothers you, you write it down on that paper. You look at like one of those shows and you see violence and you're like, God, not a violent man.
I haven't looked at it for a while. I gotta go look on my MacBook for it, but yeah, I have one.
Well, here's the thing. Whatever you have probably hasn't worked for you. Throw it out. Don't look at it. Create a whole new list.
Will do.
This is 2017, ladies, gentlemen. Let's bring in some fresh, good energy. This is Venus and Jupiter. This is about expansion and love. Let's call it in. Still pulling. I was just shuffling at the same time. God, please talk to me about Intuitive Waters love life. Could you please? I love you, God. I love you, Jesus. I need to go into public speaking.
Me?
Me.
Oh, okay.
Me. So, just let me talk, intuitive waters, okay? Let's spirit in, okay? There's something about feeling lost and confused and lonely. There's something here about opening your legs. There's something here about laying down and receiving sex. I'm not saying sex equates to love. I'm saying there might be some dormant activity there. Is there?
There's no activity at all.
Well, all right. Don't be, okay, this is different than the other woman, okay? This is different. She had vagina issues, which is probably part of the violence. Like, she might have been having some sexual activity with her partner that was, like pounding as opposed to love, right?
Mm-hmm.
With you, I just want you to open your legs. So,
Okay.
how we're going to get you to open your legs is, I would appreciate it if you invested in some lower body movements.
Okay.
That's belly dancing, that's squatting, and then opening your legs in the mirror, and then closing them, and then opening your legs in the mirror, and then closing them. Do you see what you're trying to create again? You're trying to create your sexuality from your lower body.
Oh. Okay.
All right? Ironically, people, twerking is not a bad thing. I'm not going to offer twerking up for you, though, because twerking is butt. And I'm talking about your vagina.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Squats. Again, stand up, squat, get as low down to the ground as you can. Do it like 10 times. Get lower the next week if you can. Do it like 10 times. These are all the things that open up your base chakra.
Okay.
They're asking, do you exercise? Pelvic thrust. Oh, you know what the best pelvic thrusts are, by the way, guys? Lay in bed and do pelvic thrust from your bed, because it's that activity that you want to pull in. Okay? All right?
All right.
If you're pheromones, hip thrust. Oh, they're all giving, you gotta look back on Periscope. Hip thrust.
I will.
Hip thrust. So you're in a mode of preparation, really.
Okay.
Okay? And sexuality. And movement. So, we're talking about pelvic thrust, hip thrust, but then at some point, squat, and then take your hips and put it in a circle. Work it into a circle. Very, very slow. Have music. Like, learn to vibrate. That's a good word, right? In a circle. Learn to vibrate that bottom half. By the way, for all the women that thinks it's okay not to have sex, it's not okay. Sex is given to us. We are allowed to use it. We either get women that use it way too much, or I get women that don't use it at all. So, here's the trick to not being sexual, though. When you finally do have sex, sometimes you're a dud. Sometimes the guys don't want to come back because you haven't been practicing anyway. Like, sex is a huge exercise. So all of a sudden, you're getting it, and you're tired within 5 minutes, and the guy goes, what the hell? You don't know it. You have no idea. You didn't perform. So we're going to get you into performance mode. Right, Flower Child? And if you could take any belly dancing classes out there to invite your sexuality growth, do it. Do it. Move those hips. With all that being said, something's going to come to you. Girl. Colleen, I know. Something's going to come to you in the beginning of spring. It'll be spring, the beginning of spring through the end of spring. But it looks like something comes to you in spring. How old are you, Intuitive Waters?
31.
Oh, you're so young. Again. By the way, guys, I've known Intuitive Waters for maybe 4 years now. On online. Intuitive Waters used to have like a certain type of hair that I thought it was short at one point, but I've just watched it grow down her back. She went natural, and boy, you have a head full of beautiful hair.
Thank you.
No, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I love your hair. And I've watched it, like, when you post pictures, I was like, oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Beautiful hair. There's going to be some changes for you. There's going to be some changes for you. There's going to be some changes. Either relocation changing, either physical changes. Yeah, definitely some relocation changing. Listen to me. You could have the potential to engage in some sexual activity. But you are 31, so I would be really, really careful of sexual activity and pregnancy. You know, you're just in a fertile height of your life. You are, for you, at this age bracket. So you could be one of those people to say, I only had sex once. It was once. All right?
All right.
So, because I just think if you got pregnant and you're not ready, I feel like you will have an abortion. So I would say invest in a birth control method, not just a condom.
Okay.
Also, because your age bracket, 31, I would be wary of long-term birth control methods for you. Make sure it's short-term. Okay? I just think that when the sexual activity begins, it's going to be like, oh, and I'm pregnant. And I know you, and I think you would prefer to have some stability, not just a baby coming through.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's your responsibility, so own it, okay? Yeah, love is coming through. You know what, Intuitive, I'm not sure. I know this guy is probably coming around work, right? But my full card tells me that it's possibly at a new employment, possibly out of your environment right now. So there's a little bit of a waiting game. Be patient, because this development of who this guy is may depend upon where you land ultimately, career-wise.
Okay.
Oh, good.
I'm not in a rush to, after being with someone, but, I just thought I'd ask the question.
Yeah, well, I appreciate the fact that you're not in a rush. What I do want you to rush up and do is create your sexuality, though.
Okay.
Find your feminine, warrior, fire. Find it.
Right.
Ladies, stop being afraid of sex. Look in the mirror. Move those hips. Vibrate, energetic, movements. Stop being afraid of your own body. Oh, I love you, flower child. Oh, Who are you? You are amazing. Thank you. Stop being afraid of your own body. I don't care if you have a fat belly. I don't care if your breasts are lopsided. I don't care. Because you know what I know about guys? When they want you the person, they don't care. So, stop comparing yourself to other people. Just be there for yourselves. And ultimately, walk down a sidewalk like it's a catwalk. Like when I walk out in the street, please, thick thigh, big booty, I walk like it's my catwalk. Please. I accept where I am, how I am right now, today. And those that are in their 20s, start now. Start now. So, at the very least, since you're not in a hurry to find love, love is going to show up anyway, intuitive waters, I would prefer that you work in your private time what sex means to you, your body, the ambiance. Like, work it. It's time to develop it. Because when a guy shows up, you already know physically what you're presenting to someone.
Okay.
All right, intuitive waters, you better call me because I've done readings, by the way, guys, on intuitive waters. They have come out, if you don't mind me bragging, intuitive waters, they have come out amazingly accurate. Oh, someone said I masturbate. Listen, guys, I have two things on masturbation. Masturbating is good. Very, very good. By the way, intuitive waters, don't be afraid. Your fingers, put a towel between your legs, use your mind's eye to imagine, what you will. Vibrators are a problem for me. Vibrators. I'm not a fan of vibrators. Everyone else could be. I just think vibrators don't do what the penis does. And so when you get the penis could be boring. But vibrators are a good business. Candy Burris has made an amazing, amazing business out of vibrators, but it's not my favorite thing. But masturbate, please. That's my theory on vibrators. Fingers feel better than a penis, though. No, it doesn't. What? Just what? What do you mean? Okay, it's different. Fingers are good on your clitoris, but a penis is good in the vagina. Can I post this? Children, I'm going to have to rate this X. All right, you ladies brought it out today. Intuitive waters, are you good?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, work that bottom half.
I will do.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, everyone. I love you all. Thank you for letting me be authentic. Thank you for letting me talk about sex today. Thank you for letting me talk about vaginas and penis. And I know it was interesting today. I think I am going to have to rate it X, though. So, some of the, whatever. I love you guys. All right, horoscopes, all the signs for November except Aries, because Jason already did Aries. Bye, guys. Love you. Bye. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye, guys.